Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the Kingdom of Thornwood. We're going to be continuing where we left off in Shining in the Darkness, Darkness Edition, version 1.51. And we were pulling our way through the fourth layer, one grueling bit at a time. Now we were trying to get the light armor last time, and well, we're making our way. We're still checking out the balance in this mod, and well, it's been a bit of an experience in these last few floors, but I feel like we're gonna win. I believe in us. Yeah, as I said before, this floor is a little weird because like there's lots and lots of offshoots to it, so it's easy to get distracted on where you gotta go. But we have mostly finished off those, so it won't actually take too much more. I think we'll be able to finish this floor off in within an hour, I'd say. Provided it doesn't end up being a case where we just aren't ready, so. I don't really think there's too many more enemy types we haven't seen so far, so I think we'll be fine with not having to record much, but there is a boss coming up that could be something interesting depending on if it's been modified or not, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, we didn't put our weapon on. That's funny. I was wondering why we did so little damage. That would make a bit of a difference, right? Let's make sure we're equipped. There we go. We did punch for 30 damage though, so that's not too shabby. Make sure we're angled correctly on some things. Did I get turned around? I might have gotten turned around. I was moving a couple things around. Hello, Rius. What's going on? We're gonna go find the light armor. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this mod developer does. This is just a intermediate point in this mod. He's still actively like developing it, but he wanted to see the balance. Yeah, I'm working on it. That's the goal. I mean, it's kind of nice that it keeps giving you a healing fruit, so that makes it a little easier to keep healed. But, that part's nice, at least. I'd say it's kind of like lost its point at this point in the game, though, like, because you probably have almost infinite MP. It's more a matter of is it going to kill you rather than are you going to run out of MP. Because, like, at this point you have the medallion and you can pretty much come and go as you please and full heal for the whole floor. As far as I know, they basically played the base version. They beat the game, though. They did beat the base game. This is a modded version, though. This mod's actually pretty new. This mod was developed this year. Oh, I don't think I actually had this written down. I didn't know that they could flap their wings too. That's interesting. So they do Savage Flap on top of their Blaze 4. Yeah, and the Savage Flap is basically the same as, I think, Blast level 4, except you can't silence it, so... That's what that one is. I mean, I don't know who's relying on silence in this game, but I mean, if they were, that wouldn't work. So, there you go. I mean, I largely feel that any turn not spent beating down your opponent is probably wasted. I think this is the one where it leads to where we need to get to, which is the spin-arounds. So we're going to do the last little bit on the spin-arounds. And that will lead to where the armor is that we need. So, that is our current goal. We're going to go get that. Yep, looks like I was right. And the place we need to go, I think, is right across from us, so we just need to spin around this twice. Yeah, we don't know much about the Cerberus can do, although we do know it can hit multiple times, and we do know it does fire, but we don't know if it has any other abilities, so... We'll see what it decides to do. Yep, there's the fire. And it attacked once. Let's see if it goes again. I think it will. Yep, it did a second attack. Yeah, that's what it didn't teach us anything new. Yeah, but I will say that the enemies on this floor have a decent amount of both physical and magic damage. We've just largely taken the physical out of it at this point. I didn't mean to heal everyone, but it's okay. We do have extra MP, it should still be fine. Let's see where we got to, because I actually stopped going this way at one point. So yeah, we got here. We are going to explore both directions. Well, it's a Greek name, so it kind of blends together a little weirdly enough. It is pronounced Cerberus, even though it's not quite spelled that way. So it's the English spelling is a little off, basically. As you can see, even this floor is still a little rough for us, so I'm not really sure how the last floor is going to be yet. If it's much stronger than this, it could be a problem. I don't think I've seen any enemy so far that has 3 turns, to be honest. They could. It's in the game programming to have three turns, if you choose it, but I've not seen any monster that does that so far. It would be real bad news for us if it did. I can tell you that. Oh, I didn't know you guys explode. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love it. Let's see what I called that ability. Blow up. I called it blow up. Yep, that sounds right. So that just kills the creature and does like 80 damage. So it's not even significantly stronger than them just attacking, which is pretty funny, but it does get you the experience for killing them. So I like it. It's just unexpected. It's funny. That made me laugh quite a bit. Alright, let's heal up. That was a funny choice. Alright, let's see how the map is looking. Which way do we think we want to go? So, this way... Oh, actually loops in with where we were at? Really? Really now? So this is a loop. Alright, then that means that I missed something over here in one of the spinners, because we're gonna go back. Because there is another section of this place that has more stuff for us. And I have an idea of where it could be, but I mean... It will take us a second to get there, though. It is past the spinner. It is... I guess that way? Yeah, I'll also say that a lot of these enemies are actually tanky enough that you have to fight them, which is more than I can say for some of the stuff in the Battle Edition. Like, it still feels like you're still largely rolling through them. So this side shouldn't be the one that has what we need, but we'll still check the sides. Oh, you know what? I know where I didn't go. Okay, so we were actually going to the north. Right, there's a spiral, and we didn't take the upper path. That's where we were at. Okay, it's not that I went the wrong way, it's that I didn't go back where I was. Oh, you're exploding again? Hilarious. I hope the other guy explodes too, please. Just do it. Oh, no, he's just dead. Poor guy. Hilarious. Did I actually go the right way? Did I get mixed up? Yeah, I got mixed up. Alright. Okay. So we haven't gone north or right, so we have to go both directions. So we are going to do that. But I think the way we need to go is specifically this way. So let's make sure we're healed up. We're almost certainly going to have to return to town and restock up before we actually try to finish this place, by the way. So this might actually take right around the hour I thought it would. So we're going to go up here. This shouldn't lead... So this is going to get us potentially our first look at 5th floor monsters too, which could be quite scary. So let's make sure we're nice and healed up. So we're going to start making entries, because now that I considered it, I didn't remember we were going to be coming up here. So what does Lockjaw have for us? Let's make their entries. You can give us a heal ring. So heal rings are okay. We already have some of those, but it is cool that something drops them. Okay, so let us see what this guy does. We're not going to give anything on this floor any amount of benefit. We're just going to see what they do. So it's Savage Flap. We also aren't doing a lot of damage to it, which is not good. We did kill one. Yeah, so we did learn that they Savage Flap. It also casts Screen level 1, which is a complete waste of their turn, because we're not using magic anyway, so... It can glare at us, which is a paralysis ability on all people. It did work on Pyra, which isn't good. It doesn't do damage though, so at least we don't have to heal it. Oh, we got the heal ring. There we go. Not what we were looking for, but it is what we got. And, I mean, that is something. We can actually just use the heal ring, I guess. Let's just use one up, heal up. So heal ring is basically like using heal level 2 on someone. I guess in case we're worried, we can cure Pyra with detox, so we do have extra MP to spare. Here's 2 new enemies. I don't like this fight. I think this is a bad idea, but let us... Oh, I also didn't get their EXP, so that's not good. Let us get entries for these guys, though. What was your name? Dragonfire? I mean, I think it's pretty obviously one of these is going to cast on us, probably, and the other one's going to probably use fire. But they're probably both tanky as hell, so this is going to be probably bad if we do it. So... the Dragonfire is going to be Darkhelm, and the other one's going to be Darkhood, both of which are usually cursed. So it's unknown if we want to use them or not, because at least one cursed item has been changed to be not negatively cursed. So Darkhood for the Demonesque, and what is it? Darkhelm. But I think it's very unlikely we'll want to use the Darkhelm anyway, because you got the light gear already. Why would you want something else? So alright, so now that entries have been made, let's see what we can do with this. This could go real bad and we'll try to run, but I think we're just gonna have to see what they do. So White Hot Gas is very, very strong fire. Oh, they do freezing gas. Alright, that's the same thing but cold temperature instead. Bolt 3 is a decent amount of damage to everything. Yeah, I think we're having some real trouble. We did kill one of them though, so we can keep going. We can try to heal up as best as we can. Yeah, the other one ran. We can get their EXP because they ran, ironically, because we couldn't have gotten it if it was a mixed group. So let us see if we can get their entry in for this at least. These guys give us 8,000, 8,000. That's just easy. That's 4,000 apiece. 4,000 EXP and 4,000 gold, which I think is the cap for non-mini boss ones, if I was to guess from what I saw. So they're giving us capped EXP for single enemies, so there is that. So let's try to make our way towards this. Do we want to try this too? If I boost Milo, it might actually let them do enough damage to be notable. Because they hit like a whole bunch of times. Another thing I noticed is that these guys are attacking multiple times, but not consistently. So let's write that down. These guys do double attack. And these guys do single attack. So we can get their XP and stuff. It might just be capped too. This will be super easy if it's just capped. Nope, it's 6,800 and 2,200. So that would be 3,400 EXP and 1,100 gold. So these guys are not considered as big of a threat as the other ones. Understood. So let us move them up in the list. Cool. There we go. We're getting our hierarchy set up. That was also a little painful, so let's continue to use this extra heal ring until it runs low. Eventually these will say that they're cracked and we can't use them without breaking them, so might as well keep using it till that happens. That'll save us on MP. How we doing? We stocked? We're stocked up. But we are successfully killing floor 5 monsters, so technically we're doing okay. This is more mithril ore. This is not the armor, but it is a treasure we didn't get, so. Escape! Down the hole. Okay, so spell. We are going to figure out where we are, and then we're going to go back to that corner. Bam. So here's our buddies, the meat zombies. Oh, this guy's critical hit. Do we have that on the list? This critical hit's always a problem, so. Always a problem. But we didn't die. I don't really want to deal with these guys. They're tankier than I like. These guys are less of a problem. We'll fight them. Oh, but mashing the buttons doesn't do anything. Ned used to bash when we listened to him, so I always thought that was funny, but it just kind of rolls on its own. You don't have to do anything. And is that the end of our journey this way? It sure is. Cool. You turbo just for that reason? That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's Oh, we pushed a button, that's why. I was wondering why it wasn't moving forward. Yeah, so where do we want to go? This was here. Sure, I'll give these guys one more try. But you don't need a turbo controller for this. Alright, that wasn't nearly as bad as it once was. I think those guys are fine. Alright, we're gonna have to go back in there, check out that other map. We'll go we again. We'll figure this out. Let us see what happens when we heal up. If we end up in a problem. Because the thing with using these up is that they might actually break when you use them, and we don't really want that, so we gotta be a little sparing with it. So as soon as it says that it cracks, we have to basically stop. But I mean, I want to top off a bit before we... Yeah, see that? See how it says it's split? And what I can do is just give that over here so that it's not going to happen in a way that's a problem. So that's the MP that we got to work with, so... Let's make sure we're healed up, because we are slowly coming up across harder enemies. So this is the last part of this floor, more or less. There's not really all that much more going on here. Trying to remember, like, where... Oh, did we... Oh, we went back to the beginning. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go actually, we're gonna go to town, because we got turned around. So we're just gonna reboot. What do we got going on here? So, yeah. So we are going to actually, get another shield going for the other character, because we got another piece of mithril. We did say we would do that. Oh, I don't want you to make, I want you to craft. Nope. So we're gonna repair our ring before it breaks. Because that was the other thing, is I didn't want to go with something that was nearly broken, so let's fix that up. Yeah, we're gonna actually sell that though, so that we have room. So let's heal up, let us head in for adventure. This will be much faster, this will be like a straight shot through. I think we still might make it in half an hour. Like I was suspecting. And we'll use the back half of the half an hour to go do a loop around and finish off the older areas. And then basically the stream after this, then I will go through to the 5th floor and explore that. But the goal today is to try to get the cell key and clear out the areas that would need it. Get some of these key items out of our inventory. I mean, believe it or not, we're back to where we just left from. So, like, this floor is actually super duper short. Just 80% of it is off in the side areas. pretty sure this is back where we were at. Let's see. Yes. Just gotta make sure not to enter that door before we check out the other areas. That's what we came back for, and we got distracted. These are the guys that blow up. I still think that's hilarious. Look at you exploding. And here we are back at the spin around, and this takes us right here to the end of this level, which is gonna be a nice showdown with the boss of the floor. We will get a little bit of a warning before we actually fight the boss, though. We'll have the princess yell at us and say, "Hey guys, I'm locked up." So that's gonna happen soon, so yeah, we'll see. And I assume that her voice sounds exactly like that. The biggest old trucker's voice you ever heard. Oh, I really don't want to fight these guys. But we are in a better position than last time. We're gonna boost up Milo, and hopefully that carries the day. Hope he doesn't critical hit anyone important. We can critical hit them though, you get wrecked. Now let's make sure we're actually healed up now instead of just sitting at like half health like we have been. Okay. Because we have a decent chance to get attacked by more than one of those guys, so. Well, they did actually use an attack spell, although it didn't actually do damage, it just slows you down. Cool. So there is that. Of course, another one, huh? And this is what I meant, that these guys are a pretty common enemy towards the end of this floor, because they just kind of are everywhere. But I think we may have gotten past the part where that's a problem. So, there we go. See? Someone's yelling at us. Could it be you've come to rescue me from this flea pit? See, she talks like a sailor. I don't think we'll get far unless you have to have the key to open this cell. To make matters worse, Mordred is guarding the key. You look shocked. You're not related to Mordred, are you? Never. Yeah, I know. No, I won't get you. I'll get the cell key, but I'm leaving you in here for a while. Which way do we think is the right way? One of these is the right way and one of these is the wrong way. I'm gonna guess that way is the right way, so we're gonna go the other way first. Bam. And this is the only time you get to watch an enemy walk up on you, so enjoy this. Bam. Interlopers, you are intruding upon Lord Dark Soul's domain. But this is as far as you go. It's a pity that your quest for the princess must end here. Enough small talk prepared to meet your maker. And he's asleep. He is asleep. Let's make an entry for our friend, the Dark Knight. That is correct. We are currently fighting Batman. Now let's see what is going on. What do you give us? Well, I have no info for you on what you can drop, so I'm gonna assume that you don't give us anything. So tragic. No entry for you. So sad. I'll still make an entry for you. I'm nice like that. Well, you are asleep. I'll write that down in your notes at the very least. So, starts asleep. Well, we'll see how dangerous he is. So you're going to attack, and you are going to boost up Milo. So he has double attacks and critical hits. That's not good for us. Well, he started out strong. Well, we are doing damage. He also has single attacks because he didn't attack twice that time. So we learned that he has a few things going on, but nothing more than that. He has critical hits. He attacks twice, he attacks once. So that he didn't actually do too much to us. But he could have. He hit everyone very, 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 very hard. Let us see what your EXP and gold are. 4,000 to 4,000. So that's less than the Guardian, so yeah. They're right in the middle. And there goes our father. He lived like he died on the floor. I think that's how the story went, right? That sounds right to me. Okay, so the cell key I think is over here. So these guys howl for help. Did I have that written down? I sure didn't, but they can howl for help. I kind of suspected it. Where do we want to go? Well, here's the thing. If we wanted to, we could leave right now, but we could also just come down here and explore at least one direction of floor 5. And the problem is that we don't have any item slots free. That's the real problem with that plan. So that's putting a little bit of a hamper in that strategy. I say we get out while the getting's good and come back, so that's what I'm gonna do. But normally that's what I would do. So we're gonna sell a couple of things just to make room. So because of where we're going, we're not going to actually need both of these rings. So we're going to sell one of them. We will buy it, we'll probably not even need to buy it again, but we're gonna sell some other stuff too. Well, where we're going, we're not even gonna need this anymore. So let's get rid of this, because we're gonna get a real shield for our hero. So that opens up 2, and we're gonna have to work with 2 for now. Let us restore our MP for now. Because where we're going, we're not gonna need to fight at all. We're just gonna be running, because it's just all the low-level nonsense. We're gonna make a tour of the early areas and try to get rid of some of our key items. So, yeah. But I was right, that took less than an hour. We are also gonna completely leave the princess there for most of the rest of the game. We'll go back for her, don't you worry, but she's gonna have a very special role for us, as usual. So, she's gonna be chillin'. So yeah, we did want to come back and check out the chest beaks, but I kinda don't know if I really care. I was gonna experiment, but honestly, we're gonna be playing through again on whatever the new edition is eventually, so I'm kinda just gonna leave them. I know I had a strategy. But now that I know that the mini bosses actually haven't been changed much at all, I guess I don't really feel I need to bother. Oh, I know the problem. We can't actually do this. We'll get Gilla. Never mind, we are going to be leaving this dungeon for now. Okay. So we can't actually do this one yet. Because I remember that the prison door is right behind Gilla. So instead, we're gonna go to a different place. We're gonna do the second one instead. what will I need for the final bit? So I'm gonna actually... I'm considering, I might not be able to actually fill up with some of the items I was going to, but I think I can get a barrier ring or two and maybe switch out for these heal rings I've been using, so at least that part can happen. I think it's on the left side anyway that we're going, so... Oh, I remember something we can test. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get these gnomes to do their ability, because like they had a weird ability that they didn't successfully use on us, so they're probably gonna run, but we'll let them have a chance. Come on, you guys want a melee, right? Am I crazy? I swear that one of these had an ability that we didn't understand. It might have been the Mad Gnomes though, so I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like it was these guys because the Mad Gnomes tried to poison you, but it was one of the ones that we couldn't figure out what they were trying to do. So let's give them a few chances. I want to see what they actually do when they attack. See if it says the message. Did they just have no chance to hit us? Maybe that's the case. Maybe they just can't hit us. I still swear that they always have a decent chance to hit you, even if it's for one. Maybe it's just a no. Well, if they don't hit me this time, I'll move on, but I swear that they could still hit you for one. Maybe we're just too fast for them. Alright, not worth it. We missed our boat to find out. I'll keep that in mind for further testing. Don't get too fast for them to hit you if you want them to find out what they do. I think it's this way. Oh, it's these guys. Goodbye. So to the right is where the turtle usually is. You better ask for help. Well, you're not gonna get your help, but we are gonna leave you alive, so at least you got that going for you. So the prison door is in one of the green paths, so we are going to be looking for those. It's not that one. It's probably not this one either. It might be down here. Hello, Killwave. Goodbye, Killwave. Yeah, this looks right. I think we're almost to the prison door. I think this is correct. Yep, here's the Demon Staff. So the Demon Staff is interesting in that it can be used to muddle anything in the game. Even bosses, and bosses do behave very weirdly. So I don't know if that's still what it does, but that is normally what it does. Let's see who can use this. We'll make an entry for the Demon Staff. This is usually specifically different than the Doom Staff. It's also usually cursed, but the hero cannot use it. Let's pass it around. I bet both the other ones can use it. Oh, meant to give it, not use it. So actually, he can't use it. Oh, did I just not? I didn't even give it. Oh, baby. My fingers do things. Yeah, but he still can't use it, so I was still right. Just not when I thought I was. Okay, let's give that to you. Let us see. Can Pyra even wear it? Pyra could wear it, and it would be another 30 damage. However, it's not something we can actually put on at this second, but we can write the value of it. So this is not for Milo, this is for Pyra, and it is 180 attack. Now we don't know what it does, but we will find out later. Because we have to go back to town to test it. Actually, we could find out immediately, because we can just go back to town now, but we are going to have to uncurse her situation, so there is that. I'm gonna look up at what the curse of this is, because I'm not familiar very much with what the original curses are. Yeah, I'm trying to see like what its specific curse is, that's all. Now even the Enduro staff was supposed to be cursed, and that didn't have a real curse to it, so what does this normally have going on? Okay, so it doesn't say it's cursed on equipment, it says it's cursed on use. So yeah, we'll test it. We will see what it does. Yeah, it's not cursed on equip, so we still had to take it off to put it on, so we still had to come back for that. We also had to come back to go to the next place anyway, so it's not like it was out of our way. But let us get into a fight. Let's see if it does anything special. Let's get into a group fight. That way we can get a better idea on if it's multi-hit or what's going on. So yeah, let's item here. defend. Let's attack this group and see what happens. It only hits one enemy, so that's not a whip or anything fancy, so... There we go. I doubt that the use case of it has changed, but let's see what happens when we do it. Yeah, this is normal. This usually happens. But this works on even bosses usually, so... But yeah, if it ever says that you like throw down your weapon or that you strip, like you did actually take all your stuff off, so you do have to go put it in. Which is pretty funny. It won't take cursed items off you though, so if you have something cursed on you, that's still gonna be on you. But this is a situationally very useful thing if you really need to get items from enemies and it happens to be bosses you need to get them from to find out. Ironically, the one person we could have got used it on to find out what they did would be whatever item that the Dark Knight gives us, so... Womp womp, you know? But what we can do is we can find out the value on this Doom Staff. We're gonna sell it too, but... So 12,449. Well, that's a very weird value, but I have another way of seeing the value. That did not settle evenly. So what does this have as a value? Was this... Did I write this one down already? No. Okay. But this is just 15,000, so that's a nice even number. The other one is definitely not an even number. But what we can do is we can just look under his deals and we'll see what that item is selling for. So yeah, I thought that was the value, but look at how random that is. I didn't immediately trust it. Now we do still have some more stuff to go get, so let us, without further ado, go to the third trial. Yeah, I don't think we have to go too far to get this one or the next one, at least. I don't remember the specific location, but I know it's not too far. We'll just do a little exploratory, we'll find it. It's certainly not going to be this early, but you know, we'll just take a little walk around. We'll revisit this dungeon. It's so scenic, you know? Just treasure. We don't need regular treasure. Oh, did we go back to the beginning? Yeah, we got turned around. Yeah. I forgot which side of the spin around we were. Yeah, two of these sides go to the same place anyway, so it's easy. And the correct way is across from us, so we just have to check all the wrong ways and we'll eventually find the right one that leads to the door. They really are quite insistent, aren't they? It's okay, we're patient. They can keep saying hi. That's a fountain. I don't think any of these side paths are actually the one we need. The left one's a treasure chest, I remembered that one. I think this left path leads to the shortcut and a treasure chest, but I'll still check it. Yep. Yep, that's a shortcut. We don't need to take that. We like the scenic route. Yeah, this one is a good ways into it, but I think the fourth Trials one is right by the entrance. More or less. So at least that one will be super fast. And I think this is the other side of the shortcut. Sure is. This, I think, leads the other to a treasure chest? Yep. And then the next one is the other spin around. And that's a little loop around and it goes nowhere. Yep. How far into this place have we gone? Yeah, we're most of the way through it. So this is the final one of the spin-arounds. I think that this is almost where the door is. It's one of these little side passages. Yep, right here. Okay, here's another magic ring. We don't really need another one, but we will return to town. Yep, let's sell the other one we got. Okay, and now we're gonna go for the fourth dungeons one, which should be near the entrance of it. Keep in mind, we're gonna go back to both the third one and the first one and the fourth one eventually, because we need to rescue the other heroes for the final battle. But we're gonna conquer the last area first. Clear the way. And we'll get ready in our own way for the final boss after we feel like we've seen what we want to of this mod. We've definitely already conquered a decent portion of the 5th floor's monsters too, so we will see what the other ones have in store. See how rough it gets. That's progression. This leads to downstairs. So I think that's further. I think left is the treasure chest. Let's make sure that is true. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Now here we go. This is actually all we need. There we go. It was right by the entrance. Hello, Ghost. Look at you. What a troll. Alright. You got me. Okay, so then we're gonna go in and we're gonna take a walk through 3 and 4. I mean 2 and 3. There are 2 things to get along the way there, so yeah. So the prison door for this area is about halfway through. We're almost at the point where actually fighting enemies might be kind of worth it. Oh, we didn't put our weapon back on. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna actually find a better weapon for her. I think that might be the best one that she's gonna get. Unless we happen to, like, craft a mithril wand or something, and it turns out to be magically better than this cursed one that does whip damage. Hey, there's a mithril ore. I guess we can find out, can't we? Huh. The problem with that is... Well, I guess we have a solution to that problem. Never mind. We can drop another Madu. Buy another one in town. Anything we can buy for free in this store doesn't matter at all. Here is this though. Oh, it's right here. Yep, here's another barrier ring. So we are up to 5. Did I sell a barrier ring? Did I do that? I don't remember. Well, anyways, let us drop a Madu. Let's make room. Now, I think it might be just as easy to get there from here as it would be to go all the way through 3. So, we're about equidistant, but these enemies will take less time to chew through. I suppose if we get another piece of mithril magically, I'll just escape to town and experiment with it at this point. Because there are a few bits of mithril gear we haven't checked out. Well, I mean, you realize that getting lost is part of the experience, Ryu, so, I mean, that's part of the fun. You're supposed to wander around and then eventually find your way to victory. And this is just a Sega Genesis game, so it's pretty easy to get a hold of these days. The only one stopping you is yourself. It took me a long time when I was a kid to realize that these guys are holding a fire and that something else wasn't going on. We are at least almost to where the spin around on this floor is. So the good news about the next floor is that we only have to get to one spot in the middle of it. That's the only cell door that matters, I believe. Yeah, there's just one like halfway through it. So that is where we will end up at. That's the way back to the first half of the dungeon. It does have treasure. Oh, it's these guys. These guys also blow up like a balloon. They're usually our first introduction to that enemy type anyway. We are almost there. Actually, we have the rope. We can just go up this. We don't have to go up the rest of the floor. This just does lead right up there, so we could just take the shortcut. And we totally will. Upsy daisy. Yeah, we just gotta cruise through about half of this floor and we should get what we want. Now what I do remember is one of these little offshoots somewhere around here. So we're gonna be poking our nose down a few of them. That's not where we need to be, but we are going in the right direction. At least I think it's in the first half of this area anyway, so that's why it's faster to go through it the way I did. So I think it's like right around up here. There we go, here is the cell door. So let us pop this open. Oh, it's this guy. We haven't seen one of these in a hot minute. I think these guys are actually normally a floor 4 enemy. We just didn't happen to encounter it. So I am going to actually write it in on that slot. I don't think it does anything that we especially care about, but let us see what it can give us as a drop. These guys can give us herb water, of course. Herb water is pretty unimportant. But it is cool that it gives us a thing. Now I'm gonna imagine it's somewhere around the Siren or Hand Eater EXP, but let us make Milo hit harder, and this will be over quick. Take a nap. Go sleep. Go sleep. You can glare at us, I guess. Go sleep. Go sleep. What do you got? 4,000, 4,000? Yeah, it's about right. About where I figured, actually. But at least it had one ability. And here is the light shield. I'm not going to assume that the main character is the only one that uses it, so let's pass this around and see what's going on. Nope, she can't use it. I doubt that Milo can use it, but we are gonna find out. Sure it can't. Well, that's expected. So let us give it to the main character. And we do have the same problem that we had before, in which we need to actually find out what it does without any of our boosting items. So let us pass junk around and make an entry for it. So it's just the hero, not Milo, and not Pyra. And it gives 180 defense, which is kind of crazy, but it's doing it. Cool. We are going to be wearing that, of course. And that's 3 of the light set gotten. Let us shift our stuff around so that we have nice things again. Let us give ourselves one of these. Okay, so now we can actually let's go to town. Let us basically offload this into here. So we are going to try to craft with this item a mithril rod. We're gonna see if that is an improvement for her. So it's gonna be worth 45,000. We're gonna write that down. I believe it's called a mithril rod, but I will actually change it if I need to. Yep, mithril rod. So we're gonna give that to Pyro. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna see who else can wear it. So we can't use it. So yeah, he can wear it and she can also wear it, I'm assuming. So we are going to shift things around. We're gonna have to uncurse her situation too, so that's also going to have to happen. Okay. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, we don't have to uncurse her because Milo can also wear it. So we could at least find out what it does by giving it to Milo. So we can do that. So we'll see if it's an improvement. So this adds the same as the Super Flail, which is 175, I believe. So if this has special abilities, it will be better than the Demon's Doomstaff if it is also a whip. So we'll see. We're just exploring potential upgrades. Otherwise, the other one is definitely a better weapon for her in the long run. So we want to get a multi-group one so we can get an idea on whether it's a whip or a flail. Or both. Come on, you know we just want something very specific. It's not a hard ask at all. I believe in you, game. You can do it. Look at you. You did it, game. Alright, so we can attack this, and we'll see what happens. Blam. Nope. Just nope. So tragic. Mithril waste. It's trash. I suspected, but we found out. Let us get rid of our beautiful garbage. Now I'm just gonna go confirm I didn't have another barrier ring kicking around in here. we got another magic ring. Got more heal rings. Yeah, I didn't think so. I can go get more barrier rings if I want to, by the way. I know where to get them. So that's not an issue. We are probably going to switch over to using mithril shields anyway. Yeah, there's essentially no chance of Pyra actually killing anything with one hit anymore, and that was the reason to use it for her. But I think that reason's come and gone, so this might just be the better bet for survivability for her. There you can see this goes from doing 651 defense to 853 with just one item, so we could do something similar for Milo if we want. Yeah, there's also another mithril ore on this floor, so I think we can experiment with that if we find it. Decide on where this might be. But we can also get mithril ore, so if we just happen to come across it, we'll experiment. But even if we don't find it, it won't matter. But we are going to go once more in. We are going to carry the medallion to the next floor, and we're going to call this a stream. We should have a pretty easy time. I suspect that I think the danger is done for this floor. And as before, you'll see this floor is actually super short if you just take the straight path. Hey, look at that. We're actually getting fast enough to ambush them. I guess we are caught up to this floor. That's unfortunate for them, at least. I mean, heck, if you just follow the straight path on this floor, you actually don't even see the spin around, so, I mean, you don't even have a chance to get lost. As long as you ignore almost pretty much any wrong turn, you just go straight through it. The lights pretty much lead you all the way through. Well, they sure are trying their best. I do think that the magic ring does help against wind resistance, at least. So but it doesn't do every type of resistance. It's just wind, from what I can tell. That's the only thing that's different about Milo. Is he has a magic ring in his pocket. Yep, and we're already almost through this floor. Yeah, see, we did so much less damage to us with that one, so it's definitely protecting us from wind damage at the very least. So that's one element out of 4, so. Oh, here's some Cerberus. And here's the spin around. We're gonna probably get attacked by some bone daddies along the way, but I mean, it won't be a problem. Look at how hard they tried. They tried to attack us so much and it just didn't do anything. I feel bad at this point. Look at that nonsense. Poor troglodytes. They did their best. They just really wanted a brawl, and that's just not what we brought for them. Wow, you actually managed to cast it? That's crazy. Not that it's gonna do anything. Hey, we actually took less damage from that too, so something is up with them. So maybe I am wrong. Something's up. So Milo took half damage. Pyro had like a quarter damage off, and I think our main character took normal damage. Unless it is just the barrier rings. That could just be it, but I think that... They have the same number of barrier rings, but he also has the magic ring, so maybe that's what it is. The magic ring is another modifier on top, maybe. I guess that could do it. Yeah, I don't really want to do much with this, but what I can do is... I can muddle these guys and aim for getting another of the, look at you trying to do it too. So these meat zombies can actually give us another barrier ring. Oh wow, thank you. You helped us, actually. Okay, so let's see what this guy wants to do. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. We don't have room for it. If we want it, we'll have to clear space for it, so there is that. And of our items, we have essentially 2 that are unessential. Currently, so. Hello there. Now, if we want to farm it, we can farm it from the back half. I think meat guys show up all the way to the end of this. Probably should have used boost, but I mean, we did critical hit at least. I don't think these guys are a major threat to us anymore. Their damage is all melee. And our defense is pretty high now. Now we're gonna leave her in her little place. She's happy in her little cage. This leads to the entrance. We will drop off the medallion. There we go. So now we will return to town. So that is the main thing, is we are actually full up on items, so we're actually gonna have to make a space anyway for getting at least one thing coming up. Let me contemplate. So there's actually only one thing we need to actually pick up here. So, I mean, whether we want to go for it or not is up to us. It's just the light armor, so every other treasure chest is actually either a hand eater or just something we don't need anyway. So, while we'll take a walk around and explore all the areas, we won't actually worry about the treasure chests, probably. Yeah, let's heal up. We will save it, and I'll talk about our experiences with this floor one final time. Okay. So yeah, we made it all the way through floor 4. We even cleared out all the previous floors. So we're basically all set to just explore the final floor and make our way to the final boss. So yeah. We've successfully navigated almost all the hard parts of this mod's thing, as far as I know. There's almost no more equipment we could get that would make things better for us, so if we need something else, we're in trouble. I mean, there's some cursed equipment that's out there that may or may not be better, but the chances of getting that are a little complex. There is a couple of more barrier rings we could get if we really push things. And I'll decide later if it seems like something we need. But I suppose I should also do a comparison between how this is to the Battle Edition, just to see like how the EXP levels at this point would be. So yeah, basically at this point, all of the monsters in the dungeon are at max EXP per encounter. Like, not entirely on floor 4, but on floor 5, they're all at the 4,000 mark, so yeah. So they're all maxed out by the next floor, whereas it looks like this one is almost there too, so they might actually be very close for the floor 5, so their EXP curve at that point might become similar. But unless the mini bosses on your side give 30,000 EXP per battle, it will never match what they have going on there. And yeah, I didn't actually mention it before, but starting on the second floor, you could get 30,000 EXP from bosses. So that was just something you could fight regularly and get as much as you want to. But even before that, you had some other options for a crazy experience. Like in the Cave of Wisdom, there were ruby oozes that gave 4,000 EXP and could show up in groups of like 5 or 6, and they also show up all over the beginning part of Labyrinth level 2. But yeah, they also cast Blaze level 4, so they're no joke. But at least in the case of that one, you're going to be level 40 when you face him, and not like level 30 in your edition. So in a way, it was also easier there. And there was also a thing where the fire staff gave fire resistance, so you could essentially become nearly immune to Blaze anyway, as you probably noted during my gameplay. So yeah, I never was really sure if he had intended that, but it definitely worked. So yeah, we will see how the last floor goes next time. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye now.